Hey guys, lightningrafh here, and today we're going to be doing another fairy tale video, actually a fairy tale theory video about true god slayers. Now, we have seen god slayers before in fairy tale. We've seen Shariel, we've seen Olga, and we've seen Zancro. Zancro, who actually died, and Shariel, who has now lost her magic. Now, god slayers, they use god slayer magic, which is magic that allows them to gain the abilities of a god and have the power to kill a god, very similar to a dragon slayer magic, which is basically the same thing but to replace god with dragon. Now, so far we haven't actually seen the full extent of the god slayer magic or the dragon slayer magic, as none of the users has actually been able to kill a god, and except from Shariel herself from unlocking third origin. Now, basically Shariel and Wendy had a fight against Demiria Yester, and she did a god Kronos takeover, and they had a fight where OTL came through the reality, the cracks through time, and was able to give Shariel third origin, which speeded up her process of aging and allowed her to access another container of magic in her body to access the full potential of god slayer magic. Now, this makes me think a lot of how this could work, because at the moment we really don't know the origins of god slayer magic at all. We only know that Shariel learned it from a book, and that's pretty much it, because Zancro, Olga, we haven't learned anything. We don't really know anything about them, to be honest, and it's just Shariel who said that she learned it from a book. Now, I believe that later on in fairy tale we're gonna meet actual true god slayers, people that were taught by the gods themselves and they have earned immortality. And basically my theory for this is because I believe that what Shariel read in the books was a lineage. It went down the god slayer magic. However, it got diluted and it got weakened as time went by, and people lost being able to harness the true power that god slayer magic actually has. And we know that this isn't something that was just randomly made, because if it was, it wouldn't be on books like Devil Slayer, because Devil Slayer magic, it's not been heard of before anywhere, basically, because Gray's father created it. Maybe somebody else created it somewhere else who wanted to kill demons. However, it's not something that is being passed down by down, like in books and everything. It's something that was merely just created on its own. It's not like an Atheist decided to go and teach them. However, I believe the god slayer magic, gods actually came down in a kind of like a humanly form, maybe through a takeover like Demiria Yester, and then taught those magic to the original dragon slayers. Now, we do know that Shariel actually lost her magic after unlocking third origin and defeating god Kronos himself, and I believe that she actually unlocked the true potential of what god slayer magic actually obtains, and these original god slayers actually have this magic unlocked from the get-go. It's something that as time went by, it kind of just clocked off, locked down, and the power slowly like seeped out as people were not learning it through the gods themselves. As you know, like techniques, they're not learned as well from learning it from the master. You would rather learn it from the teacher than the student, so it was passing down by the students, and it got weaker and weaker, and people lost the true potential that it once was. Now, also, I have a theory that Bradman might actually be a god slayer, and maybe the god slayer of death. I don't know, I'm just speculating. This probably won't be true, but we have heard from rumors in the actual fairy tale universe, not in outside, that apparently when people he doesn't even have to touch anyone, or if he touches someone, they just die immediately. He's like the god of death himself, and I can kind of imagine that Bradman has some sort of connection with Akersham. I don't know, maybe he somehow made a deal with Akersham, or he got a curse from him, or Akersham taught him god slayer magic himself, or somehow he's a god slayer, so he could either be a true god slayer or just a normal god slayer. We really don't know, but I have a hunch that he has some kind of link with Akersham, because Akersham is the god of death himself. And I believe that later on we're going to be seeing more and more gods coming up, appearing in a human kind of form in some way or another, and that's what's going to trigger having true god slayers, people, the original people that learnt it from the gods, who come down and their enemies or their allies, and they're going and helping Fairy Tale against all the enemies they have to face. But anyway, guys, if you like this theory, please like, comment, and subscribe. And also write in the comment section down below what you think about this theory, and what are your thoughts about all of this going on and the true potential of God Slayers. Anyway, guys, peace. It looks like he's shooting a laser out of his pelvis. That guy, he's too funny. And this video was more, this episode was more of like a chill episode. It was just Midoriya just going to the university, to the high school, and doing the first exams. And basically what was going on was that they had to do a bunch of tests, and Midoriya, he still can't control his power. So if he goes all out, then he won't be able to use any of his body, because basically when he uses his quirk, his body just like breaks down, like whatever